I'd like to welcome today Mr. Don Blanche, who is just happened to be coming through the museum and looking at some Mopars, and then we get to talking, and he knows a little bit about transmissions. The 727 on top of that, so we're glad to have you here today.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about when y'all engineered the transmission out, about how you can make it shift better and do all these things, and it was just a great transmission almost from day one.
It was very durable. The story was that if you tried to make a living repairing torque flights, you'd probably go bankrupt because they were just really, really durable. The guys that raced them really loved them because you could tune it by changing the clutches and springs to where it would really shift fast. And a lot of guys ran the torque flights instead of the 4-speeds because they were actually faster in the quarter mile. The other thing, if you were drag racing your car completely, a lot of guys changed it to a manual shift pattern, and those cars were just unbeatable on the strip.
Well, just to validate what he just said, when you're walking through the museum here, you'll notice over here in the back corner a 70 Hemi Roadrunner. It's a survivor car. Well, I'm not green, you're not going to miss it with the color. But the gentleman that owned it was the judge out in Texas. What did he do? Just exactly what he has talked to us about. The car came with a 4-speed. He's a street racer. He gets him a 727, builds it up, does the things you're talking about, takes the 4-speed out. Luckily, he kept this in the trunk, so we're going to put it back in it for look with that big pistol grip. But that was true. The guys that really were into the racing, they wanted that 727 transmission because it worked every time, and you could set it up to do what you wanted to do, and it was consistent.
It was, yeah.
So that would allow you too, I guess, to once you got that kind of consistency from your transmission and your drive line, then you could really work on the engine to get it just a split second better and better and better because the drive line was taken care of.
Yeah, most of the guys that really took racing serious ran the torque flight transmission. It was just really reliable, more reliable than the 4-speed, and it was faster in the quarter mile.
And we also know a few stories, and it's very true, that some of the other competitors with their cars that was racing bolted those transmissions up behind their Ford and Chevy engines. So that's a testament to the work that y'all done in the early 60s and up through the 70s. And then to wind up the transmission's not being built anymore, but you were telling me a little bit about it was put behind the first Cummins Dodge pickups, but that was not where it needed to be.
Yeah, the Cummins engine that was used in the Dodge pickups was actually an engine that Cummins sold to International Case for tractors. And you could turn the boost up on those, and so we had a little bit of trouble with guys doing that in their Dodge pickups, and we had to do a little work on the transmission so it could handle that.
And like you're saying, in the Cummins truck, when you're putting all that torque to it, you couldn't spin the tires.
That's right.
And some had to brake. Where in the old muscle cars, they didn't have the best traction in the world unless you had slicks on it, and they would just spin out and you would
turn
lose
the
your
tires.
transmission.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're glad you came by today. Tell us a little bit about it because it's always been my favorite transmission. Everybody gets carried away with the looks of the 4-speed. True, it's a sexy looking gear shift in a 1970-71 car. But if it came down to the street racing part, those transmissions.
Yeah, the torque flight was pretty hard to beat.
Well, thank you for coming by today.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Glad to have
Thank you.